Heather Locklear, a beauty and talent icon who once dominated the small screen of Hollywood, had a life full of unexpected events. From the halo of fame to the dark corners of personal tragedy, her journey has left the world both admiring and regretting. What caused a shining star to fall into the abyss of loneliness and destruction? And did she find her way out? Let's explore Heather Locklear's life, full of ups and downs and tragic endings through this video. Childhood and early career. Heather Locklear was born on September 25, 1961, in Los Angeles, California, USA. She grew up in a middle-class family with a solid foundation. Her father, Bill Locklear, worked as an administrative manager at the University of California, while her mother, Diane, was a product executive at a prestigious company. Heather was the youngest child in the family and always received great love and expectations from her parents. Since childhood, Heather has shown her natural beauty with her golden hair and charming blue eyes. In addition to her outstanding appearance, she is also an active girl, actively participating in extracurricular activities at school. However, Heather is not only noticed by her appearance, her confidence and strong desire have urged her to dream of entering the entertainment industry, where she believes she will shine. Heather began her career journey while studying at the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA. Although she initially only tried her hand at small roles in advertising and modeling, she quickly attracted the attention of recruiters thanks to her outstanding beauty and professional demeanor. During this period, Heather appeared in several advertising campaigns for major brands, paving the way to the small screen. The real turning point came in 1981, when Heather was invited to take on the role of Sammy Jo Dean Carrington in the hit series Dynasty. The film, under the direction of famous producer Aaron Spelling, quickly became one of the most popular shows of the 1980s. Heather not only impressed with her natural acting, but also conquered the audience with her intense charm. Dynasty turned Heather Locklear into a television star after only a few episodes. After the success of Dynasty, Heather continued to affirm her position with the role of police officer Stacy Sheridan in the action series T.J. Hooker, 1982 to 1986. This role helped Heather expand her acting ability and prove that she was not just a mobile vase, but also possessed real talent. The next peak came in the 1990s, when Heather was cast as Amanda Woodward in Melrose Place, 1993 to 1999, a classic TV series of this decade. The role of Amanda not only affirmed Heather's acting class, but also made her one of the most beloved TV icons of all time. With her excellent performance, she received many nominations and recognition from both critics and fans. With her drive, talent, and determination, Heather Locklear quickly rose to become one of Hollywood's top television actresses, ushering in a golden age for her career. Career peak and fame. One of Heather Locklear's most memorable roles was Amanda Woodward in the hit television series Melrose Place, 1993 to 1999, created by Aaron Spelling. The series quickly became a phenomenon in the 90s, and the role of Amanda Woodward catapulted Heather to fame. Amanda is an iconic character, strong, powerful, ambitious, yet extremely charming. The character became the soul of Melrose Place, and Heather was praised for her ability to portray the inner depth of a sharp but equally complex woman. Initially appearing only as a guest star in a few episodes, Heather was quickly warmly received by the audience, making her the main character of the series. Heather's excellent performance at Melrose Place brought her many prestigious awards and nominations. She was recognized not only for her acting skills, but also for the way she transformed Amanda into a charismatic character, a role model for powerful female roles on the small screen later. In 1994, she was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Outstanding Actress in a Drama by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, HFPA. Heather was also honored as TV Star of the Year by prestigious entertainment magazines. In the 90s, Heather Locklear was not only known for her role in Melrose Place, but also as a beauty and fashion icon. With her signature blonde hair, captivating blue eyes, and confident demeanor, Heather was considered one of the sexiest women in Hollywood at that time. Her fashion style has always been noticed, especially on the red carpet. Heather often chooses figure-hugging outfits that are both elegant and seductive, highlighting her natural beauty. She has appeared on the covers of major magazines such as Vogue, Elle, and People, where she has been frequently named the most beautiful woman in the world. Not only is Heather outstanding in appearance, but she also possesses incredible personal charisma. Despite always being the center of attention, she still maintains a professional and approachable demeanor, which has helped her build a loyal fan base and maintain her popularity throughout her career. Heather Locklear is not only an actress, but also a cultural icon of the 90s. She is loved not only for her appearance, but also for her acting talent and constant efforts. Directors, producers, and colleagues all appreciate her professionalism at work. With great influence, Heather has become a familiar face on famous talk shows such as The Tonight Show and Late Night with David Letterman. Her stories and opinions in interviews have helped the audience understand more about her, a talented, humorous, and determined woman. Heather Locklear's image in the entertainment industry is not only limited to her roles. With her far-reaching influence, she is often invited to be a brand ambassador for fashion and cosme product and a special guest at important events. Heather not only created a golden age for herself, but also contributed significantly to the development of the Hollywood entertainment industry. With all her achievements and marks, Heather Locklear has affirmed her name as one of the leading actresses of American television, a woman who is both talented and possesses irresistible charm. Heather Locklear's 2 marriages to top rock stars were the center of Hollywood's attention. But behind the glamorous facade were ups and downs, conflicts, and difficult decisions. What happened in Heather's relationship with Tommy Lee and Richie Sambora? How did she overcome the storms to stay strong and love her daughter? A failed marriage. In 1986, Heather Locklear married Tommy Lee, the famous drummer of the legendary rock band Motley Crue. This marriage was considered a rock and roll fairy tale, with the combination of a beautiful TV star and a rocker with a strong personality. The couple always appeared radiant and happy in the public eye, making them one of the most prominent couples of the 80s. However, behind the halo were conflicts and pressures from different lifestyles. While Heather was known for her professional image and somewhat private life, Tommy Lee was associated with the wild lifestyle of a rock star, all-night parties, legal clashes, and an excessively lavish lifestyle. These differences gradually became barriers that were difficult to overcome. Sources said that Heather tried to maintain the marriage by supporting Tommy's career, even regularly attending his concerts and events. However, rumors of Tommy Lee's infidelity and the strain in the relationship led to the decision to divorce in 1993. Despite their separation, Heather and Tommy always maintained a respectful attitude towards each other. Tommy Lee once shared in an interview that Heather was the sweetest and kindest woman he had ever known. But they could not overcome their differences in life. Shortly after her divorce from Tommy Lee, Heather found new love with Richie Sambora, the talented guitarist of the famous rock band Bon Jovi. The couple married in 1994 in a lavish and intimate wedding ceremony held in Paris, where their love was described by the press and fans as the perfect Hollywood and music couple. In 1997, Heather and Richie welcomed their first daughter, Elizabeth Sambora. Ava quickly became the center of the family, and Heather always shared that motherhood was one of her greatest joys. However, Heather and Richie's marriage was not without its difficulties. The pressure from Richie's busy work schedule, long tours, and life in the spotlight gradually caused their relationship to crack. It culminated in 2006 when Heather filed for divorce. This news shocked fans because they always appeared to be a perfect family in public. Despite the divorce, Heather and Richie maintained a good relationship for the sake of their daughter. The two often appear together at Ava's important events, and both Heather and Richie have affirmed that their daughter is always the top priority in their lives. Both of Heather's marriages were with famous and talented men, but they also came with their challenges. These relationships not only affected her personal life, but also her career. Heather once shared that although things did not end happily as expected, both marriages helped her mature and appreciate the true values in life more. However, after two failed marriages to Tommy Lee and Richie Sambora, Heather began to fall into a state of emotional instability, leading to serious problems with psychological balance, mental health, and the battle with addiction. Heather Locklear's second marriage to Richie Sambora, the famous guitarist of the band Bon Jovi, was once considered a beautiful love story between two top stars. They married in 1994 and had a daughter, Ava Sambora, who later became a promising actress and model. However, this relationship, which lasted more than a decade, began to crack after many irreconcilable differences. By 2007, the two officially divorced, leaving Heather with deep psychological scars. The breakup not only marked the end of a romantic relationship, but also put Heather under great pressure from the public and the media. As a famous star, her every action and emotion were dissected. The media at that time constantly reported on the reasons for the breakup, even with baseless rumors, which made Heather even more hurt. After the divorce, Heather became a single mother and focused on taking care of her daughter Ava. However, having to be the breadwinner of the family, while dealing with the pressure of fame and the hurt in her heart, pushed her into a state of physical and mental fatigue. Although trying to maintain a strong appearance, Heather often fell into a feeling of loneliness and disorientation, vulnerable to life's difficulties. Unable to find a balance, Heather began to turn to alcohol and prescription drugs as a way to escape reality and ease the pain. Initially, she used drugs to reduce stress and aid sleep, but gradually, her dependence on drugs and alcohol increased, becoming a vicious cycle with no way out. Heather's condition worsened in the late 2000s. In 2008, her family admitted her to a rehabilitation facility after she exhibited a series of unusual behaviors, including loss of emotional control and signs of self-harm. This event attracted a lot of media attention, once again pushing Heather into the public spotlight. During her treatment, experts confirmed that Heather was dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and depression, stemming from her personal trauma and prolonged work stress. She had to participate in many rehabilitation programs, including psychotherapy, drug treatment, and behavioral therapy to find ways to control her emotions and overcome her dependence on stimulants. Heather's serious mental health and addiction problems not only damaged her health, but also greatly affected her career. She gradually appeared less in TV and film projects because she could not maintain a stable state of work. Instead, Heather spent most of her time focusing on treatment and self-care. The battle with addiction was not an easy journey. Heather faced relapses and multiple hospitalizations, but she kept trying. Behind the glamorous image of a Hollywood star was a person who struggled every day to find balance and peace in life. Despite her many attempts at recovery, she still encountered many difficulties and made serious mistakes, increasing media attention and causing public concern. Relapses and struggles to overcome. During the worst period of her life, Heather had many troubles with the law. One notable incident occurred in 2008 when she was arrested for driving under the influence of stimulants. Although the test results later found no drugs, the incident attracted great attention from the press and became a topic of discussion in the media. In 2010, Heather was again accused of causing an accident when she drove into a streetlight near her home. At this time, she was not injured, but the incident raised further concerns about Heather's health and ability to control her behavior. 2018 marked another dark period in her life. Heather was arrested twice within a few months for violent behavior. The first time, she was accused of assaulting a police officer and a paramedic when they came to her home to resolve a domestic dispute. The second time, Heather was accused of similar behavior towards an emergency worker. These incidents not only severely damaged Heather's image, but also showed that her emotional and psychological instability was getting worse. Despite the difficulties she faced, Heather never stopped trying to find balance in her life. She attended many psychological treatment and drug rehabilitation programs at reputable facilities, where she was supported by psychologists and medical professionals. In 2010, after the traffic accident, Heather voluntarily checked into a rehabilitative interpreter to address stress-related issues and drug addiction. Similarly, in 2018, after her legal troubles, she entered another treatment program, this time including behavioral management therapy and individual therapy to deal with negative emotions. Despite her positive progress, Heather still had a hard time dealing with public pressure and relapses. She shared that seeking help was not easy as a public figure because she always felt scrutinized and judged. Her relapses and legal problems not only damaged Heather's image, but also her health. Her dependence on prescription drugs and alcohol caused serious physical problems, including impaired liver and kidney function. At the same time, dealing with psychological issues such as depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) made it increasingly difficult for her to fully recover. However, it is admirable that Heather still tried her best to overcome. She received support from her family, especially her daughter Ava Sambora, who always stood by her mother and encouraged her during the most difficult times. Ava also shared that she believed that her mother would find a way to recover and live a more peaceful life. Despite once being at the peak of her fame, her final years were shrouded in darkness due to health problems, mental health issues, and broken relationships. The tragic end. In recent years, Heather has become more private, away from the limelight and media attention. This decision was not because she wanted to enjoy peace, but because her long-term health problems had left her with little strength to face life. Physical illnesses, such as liver failure and the effects of long-term drug use, eroded her health. Psychologically, Heather still struggled with depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) caused by traumatic events in her life. In particular, the loneliness and feelings of abandonment after a series of broken relationships made her even weaker. Despite her attempts to reconnect with loved ones, Heather often fell into a state of emotional outbursts. Her unstable, sometimes violent behavior strained her relationships with family and friends. Her daughter Ava Sambora, who had been her biggest supporter, also seemed to distance herself from her mother to avoid negatively affecting her life. Heather now spends most of her time at home, avoiding social activities and only communicating with a few close people. Her image has become increasingly obscured to the public, but those who love her are always watching and hoping that she can overcome this difficult period. Currently, Heather Locklear is still alive, but her health is a major concern. Chronic illnesses and physical and mental decline have left the public wondering whether she can continue to fight this harsh life. Heather's story has been described by many as a Hollywood tragedy where the brightest stars are sometimes blinded by the spotlight, causing them to easily fall. Heather has tried very hard to find herself, but the path seems to be full of thorns. However, Heather still leaves an unforgettable legacy in the hearts of the public. From her role as Amanda Woodward in Melrose Place to her small screen appearances, she has made her name in the history of the entertainment industry. Although she no longer appears regularly, Heather Locklear is still an icon of the 90s, reminding us of her beauty, talent, and even the painful hidden corners behind the spotlight. Although Heather Locklear's story seems to have a sad ending, it cannot be ruled out that she will one day find herself again. Will Heather be able to overcome the darkness once again and embrace the new light in her life? That is the question that the public always longs to see the answer to. Because, for someone who once shone brightly like Heather, hope is never too far away. Legacy and influence. Although Heather Locklear's life has been fraught with ups and downs, from failed marriages to serious health issues, she remains an undeniable icon in the entertainment industry, especially in the 80s and 90s. She is widely known for her memorable roles in hit TV series such as Dynasty and Melrose Place. In Dynasty 1981, Heather made her mark with the role of Sammy Jo Carrington, a beautiful, wise, and ambitious girl. This was the role that brought her to the peak of her career, bringing Heather Locklear's name to millions of viewers around the world. It was from this role that Heather was honored with the Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress in a television series. Since then, she has become one of the brightest faces of American television. However, the role that left the deepest impression in her career was Amanda Woodward in Melrose Place, 1993. This is a landmark TV series, not only a commercial success, but also marked Heather's transformation from a TV star to a Hollywood beauty and glamour icon. Amanda Woodward, with her strong and challenging personality, became a legendary character associated with Heather Locklear's name during the years when Melrose Place became an indispensable hit on the small screen. Although she no longer participates in many big projects as before, Heather's roles are still mentioned by the audience as indispensable parts of classic TV series, making the name of the golden generation on the small screen. This legacy continues to influence generations of actors and professionals, especially in building their image and long-term careers in the entertainment industry. Heather Locklear's life story is not only a journey to the top of her career, but also a profound lesson about the pitfalls and pressures that the entertainment industry brings. Although she may have achieved great success with her talent and beauty, Heather is also a clear example of the harshness of the entertainment industry. She faced countless difficulties in maintaining a long-term career, while her personal life was constantly affected by storms, from broken marriages to mental and physical health problems. One of the important lessons that Heather's story brings is the need to take care of mental health. Heather Locklear struggled with depression and addiction, things that not everyone in the public is aware of when only looking at the glamorous appearance of a star. Public pressure and constant media attention can take a toll on anyone's mental health, even those with the most successful careers. This shows that mental health needs to be prioritized and cared for just as much as physical health. Heather's story is a powerful reminder that no matter how successful you are, personal stability and mental health are the most important factors in helping each person overcome challenges and maintain lasting happiness. Heather Locklear's career is not only a celebration of her acting talent, but also a message about the need for balance in life, especially in an environment as tempting and stressful as the entertainment industry. Heather Locklear's story is both inspiring and full of lessons about life and career. What do you think about the pressures that stars face in the entertainment industry? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you and see you in the next videos.